子らしいな。確かに数日前フォンテーヌにも仕事人がいるみたいだな。
数日どころか一晩あれば十分ですよ。パパパーっとあっという間に完成です。これぐらいで感心していただけるとは。いやいや、勝手に舞い上がって変に自信がついても痛い目に覚えていらっしゃらないのですか？画像認識のレピーヌ・ポーリンですよ。おかげさまで一晩で AA ランドを完成させられたのも仮の名ですが大げさに聞こえるかもしれません。ご覧の通りフォンテーヌの永遠をテーマにしたパークで
共に作る？
いいえ、皆さんと
後先考えねえで偉大なる清流の道場をこうなんて思わないことだ。上昇のみをくれてやる。
すまない。このうるさいチビのことは気にしないでくれ。
チビ、
うわー、素晴らしい
量産だと。俺は天上天下唯我独尊偉大なる清流だぞ。あとはくればとにかく覚えておけ。
そうだったのですか。
バカとバカの開口だぜ。
盛り上がってるけど新しい友達でもできたの？
ナビアさん、ご紹介します。イベント会場の設営に身を砕いてくださったフォンテーヌ・スピナディ・ロースラ会長のナビアさんです。
こんにちは、相棒。パイモンも元気だった？
キーニチだ。よろしく頼む。
おいおい、俺のこともちゃんと
道のど真ん中で声
さっきの自己紹介ちゃんと聞こえてたから。こちらが偉大なる清流アハウさんね。お会いできて光栄よ。
礼儀正しいやつ。ナビアと言ったな。
ナビア、偉大なる清流って変なあだ名だと思わないか？
小動物って自分を大きく見せるものでしょ。きっと大げさな名前をつけるのが好きなのよ。
一晩で設営が完了したのはやっと許可通知書が届いたんです。私のわがままを聞いてくださる。
この人感情が高ぶるとこうなっちゃうの。分かってあげて。イベントの詳細はまだ話してないだろうから代わりに説明させてもらうね。簡単に言えばシュバルマラン AA ランドはレピーヌ・ポーリーンの発想と技術サポートの下で開かれる同好会みたいなイベントよ。
シュバルマラン？
あのシュバルマラン夫人、長きにわたる努力とお願いの会あって、シュバルマラン夫人の愛らしいイメージでより多く。
なるほど。いろいろ勉強しところで、お前は
完全にとは言えませんが、実は以前作った3部、それをきっかけに
我らがエンジニアを甘く見ないで。今回のイベントのトップ技術者なんだから。スピナディロースらは主にイベントの運営や管理を担って、審査が通れば誰でもブースを出して。旅人、ここまで聞いてどう思う？収益も見込めるし、あんたの協力があればきっとさらに大盛り上がりよ。
グルメ系永遠に出てくるみたいな超豪華なご飯も欲しいぜ。
その点は出店側も参加者もナビアさんのご紹介で、テーマレストランのシェフにはかの有名なエスコフィエさんをお招きしております。あちらの方です。
次に食材の量を間違えたらまな板の上に乗るのはあなたよ。
アハウにぴったりの職場だな。
おい、何企んで。
お嬢様、お話中失礼します。 ちょっと見ていただきたいものが。
じゃあごめん。私はこれで自由に見て回って。イベントに参加してくれるなら後で私のところに来て。
厳しすぎると思わないでちょうだい。もしこんなひどい料理を出したら次に来るのは置き忘れた銃を取りに戻ってくるお客さんよ。きっと今度は弾を持って仕返しに来るわよ。
すごいお客さんだな。なんだよその反応。
ああ、いえ、ただふと思い出して、設営前会場内を片付けていたスタッフが見た感じはフォンテーヌで
観光客が落とし
最初は私もそう思っていたのですが、でもあれこれ推測してわざわざパレメルモニアまで届け。
パレメルモニアの人はい
つも通りですよ。箱の中身を確認もしないまま落とし物の知らせを誰が書くか議論が始まる。幸いセドナ警官がすぐに危険物が入っているかもしれないからでマレショーセファントムを呼んできて箱の鍵を開けてそうしたらなんと銃が入っていたんです。
本当に危険物が入って
よかったらどんな銃。
そういえばキリニチさんはナタのご出身ですもん。
仕事柄武器には多少興味。
俺がやったおもちゃにも
ああ、とっくに飽きた。
だと俺様が授けたものをよくも。
年寄りはそろそろ休む時間だ。すまない。それで
ちょっと待ってくださいね。書いてみます。
おお、わかりやすい絵だな。
大したことはありま。何か変なところが。でも本物もこんな感じでマレショーセファントム曰く射撃み。
いや、特徴をよく捉えた絵だ。すまない。俺たちは何もしてない。
いえ、みんな最後に旅人さんお会いできて本当に嬉しかったです。またご協力いただけるのを楽しみにしていますね。
お前も気づいただろ。あれは普通の銃じゃない。ああ、古竜、正確には銃というよりハンドキャノンに近いんだが、古竜の時代の謎の遺物。それに俺がフォンテーヌに来た理由を合わせて考えれば、パレメルモニアに行って確認してくる。助かる。仲間たちと挨拶。
Traveler, it's you! Ready to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland crew? It's time, dear partner and Paimon, for us to turn our attention to the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland. As I mentioned, the park was started up by enthusiasts who brought in the Spina di Rosula to handle the planning, construction, and operations. Of course, enthusiasts aren't typically all-around experts. They usually stick to designing the event booths. We, for our part, handle long-term operations and develop standardized strategy guides for the different activities.
Long-term operations? Strategy? It all sounds so complicated. We spend most of our time adventuring and we barely have any experience running a stall. Do you think...
That's more like it. You've seen it all before, haven't you, partner? I'd even go as far as to say you've shaped some of Tevat's biggest business ventures. Anyway, first things first. Let's get an overview of how the whole festival's gonna be run. As you can see, our fantasy land's a bit like a sugar-free macaron right now. Several areas are still under construction. The Spina's only been able to hire a limited number of craftsmen. Besides, we don't have enough experience to handle multiple projects simultaneously. That's why I chose to adopt a time slot-based planning method, so we can focus on specific tasks during each designated period. Upgrading facilities, expanding the venue, hiring staff. All of this requires funds and time slots to accomplish. So, it's our job to allocate precious time slots in each business cycle to the most worthwhile tasks. As we attract more guests and earn money to add to our funds, we'll also be able to work more efficiently, which will allow us to divide each cycle into finer time slots, which will let us get more done.
So we'll be limited in the decisions we can make and tasks we can focus on within each time period. Which means we have to use our limited actions and Mora to earn even more Mora. Kinda like playing chess or cards then. Cooking up a strategy in advance is gonna be key. Paimon thinks she just about gets it. How do you feel about it, Traveler? Yep, come on, we can do this. You mentioned standardized strategy guides just now.
Of course. Film and entertainment mean different things to different people. And there's gonna be a wide range of exciting activities for people to try out. If we're not careful, some visitors might wander off and end up getting in trouble, and others might pick up dangerous props by mistake. To avoid confusion, we need to create a standardized strategy guide for each activity. Just think of it like a walkthrough.
Wow, if we're the first ones to test out the activities, who knows what surprises there could be waiting for us. But if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely on our skills to carry us through.
Hopefully it goes without saying that I'd never put you in danger, partner. I carefully checked all the existing activities before you arrived, and I can assure you that they're all perfectly safe. I also wanted you to experience the activities before anyone else gets to. It'll be fun. Plus, we'd like to hear your thoughts and suggestions.
Oh, those are two things Navia is best at. Making people feel safe and having fun.
Great! Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. Your input is super important to us. All right, then. Let's start with Eclectic Escapades and put our first guide together. All right, then. Time to try out Eclectic Escapades. I'll leave the strategy guide to you guys.
Worked.
Both of you seem even more excited than before. Looks like your first trial run didn't disappoint.
Paimon hasn't actually watched that many films, but after trying it out, she might just be hooked.
Great job, Paimon. That's exactly what our enthusiast friends were hoping you'd say. They'd be beyond delighted to hear that visitors are curious about the films that inspired these attractions. Some have even been willing to contribute extra funds out of their own pockets. Where budgets have allowed, of course.
Out of their own pocket?
That's right. While the Spina di Rosula covers the cost of basic booth materials and rental fees, many fans have personally funded promotional materials and related merchandise. The cost of the booth itself isn't their main expense. Some of them have already started designing spin-off products inspired by film characters. Take our official mascot, Sir Intendant Chevalmoran, for instance. She won second place in the last most popular character poll for the comic film category, and was even dubbed the pinnacle of round, bouncy cuteness. Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her image, using the highest quality fabrics and hiring the most skilled artisans to mass-produce them. These cushions will officially go on sale at the next convention alongside lots of similar products. Sounds irresistible, right? Plus, as Surintendant Chevalmoran's guardian and official image rights agent, Farina will receive 60% of the sales revenue. After all, the fans are doing this voluntarily, not for profit, but to promote Surintendant Chevalmoran's adorable image. The more Mora ends up in Farina's purse, the better Surintendant Chevalmoran's meals will be. And who wouldn't be happy to hear that?
Oh, Paimon likes the sound of that. Everyone working hard for something they all love without worrying about profit.
Still, we can't just ignore Mora completely. Whether it's fan creations or official commercial projects, some level of financial balance is still necessary. The same logic applies to the Chevalmoran Film Fantasyland taken as a whole. Once we finish the standardized strategy guides, our attractions can officially be open to the public. But we can't take personal charge of the ticketing process. There's plenty of work to do at the various booths, and the park itself is a work in progress. We'll need to assign dedicated employees to maintain and manage each attraction. There's a recruitment section on the park's bulletin board. We've received many applications, and each candidate has their strengths. Our job is to match the best candidates to each attraction based on their overall performance. Once assigned, the staff will keep the attractions running, ensuring a continuous revenue stream.
Wait, so we've suddenly gone from being playtesters to heads of human resources? That's definitely a first for us. Just don't hold everyone up to your own standards, okay? Alright, time to review some resumes.
When reviewing resumes, pay attention to each applicant's area of expertise.
Looks like this particular employee is really getting into their role.
In any case, with this, running a theme park is a long-term project. We're just about done with our current work setup, so let's take a short break and wait for this cycle's revenue report to come. In any case, with this, the Chevalmoran Film Fantasyland is now officially open.
Chevalmoran Film Fantasyland.
Well, this cycle of operation sure got us off to a good start. On to the next one. of operation sure got us off to a good... Well, the numbers might not look that impressive, but given that we're just getting the ball rolling, I'd say that wasn't a bad start. Building on this momentum, we must consider rolling out more unique business strategies during the next cycle. To draw in the crowds, I've invited one of Fontaine's very own celebrity chefs, my good friend Escoffier. She'll be performing right here in the Amusement Park's restaurant. On that note, let's go catch up with her.
So, is the restaurant part of our business strategy too?
The restaurant is up to standard, and the waterside location will make for a unique dining experience. The beautiful scenic reflections in the water create a stunning backdrop, lifting diners' spirits and allowing them to truly savor their meals. Ingredients, check. Cooking utensils, check. Looks like we're ready to rumble.
Hey there, Escoffier!
Oh, my employers are here. The president of the Spina di Rosula, plus the famous traveler and Paimon. I must say, you seem a bit overqualified to be running a film-themed amusement park.
I'd say that if anyone here was overqualified, it would be the former head chef of the Hotel de Boer. Wherever you walk, the aroma of fine cuisine follows in your wake.
Let's get back to business. I'm guessing you want the traveler to help me decide the theme dish for each cycle, right?
This is the business strategy I mentioned earlier. Using Escoffier's top-tier dishes to attract more visitors to the park. But this isn't just about attracting visitors. Her culinary masterpieces will surely have other surprising effects. Just imagine, Paimon, if all you needed was a single ticket to enjoy all the attractions and taste all the legendary food, wouldn't you be tempted?
Then Paimon come every single day!
Now, here's the twist. To get the most out of this strategy, the menu can't be made public. Based on research by a certain food branding consultant, many restaurants have started offering a special chef surprise dish. So give me some inspiration every few business cycles, and I'll decide on our next theme dish. Now then, give me your hand. A warm and energetic feel. Your hands are calloused from wielding your sword, but still quite delicate. When you grasp its hilt, it's like you're holding the bow of a violin. A sword, then. The theme this time shall be strength. All right, let's find out what strength looks like in gastronomical form. I've refined the sauce for these barbecue ribs. It's a richer flavor than the classic version, but not at all greasy. The mint extract in the seasoning leaves a refreshing aftertaste. Perfect for indulging yourself after a fun-filled day. But if you ask me, I'd say the artisans need these more than the guests.
The artisans?
As I'm sure you've noticed, this park isn't quite finished. A serving of these barbecue ribs should help the artisans replenish their strength much more quickly. As their bosses, you have an obligation to provide meals for them. So why not invite them to dine here? Who knows? The morale boost might even improve their productivity.
Oh? If I recall correctly, you once served up some special fish and chips for the porters over at the Fleuve Centre. For several days after, the workers were all incredibly efficient. They'd finish 8 hours of work in just 5. And then, because they clocked out early, they'd come back completely refreshed the next day.
Then there's no time to lose. Go invite the artisans over while these ribs are still hot. I'll prepare some side dishes and desserts too.
That's a great idea! You really live up to your reputation, Escoffier! Looks like these themed dishes are gonna make a huge difference after all. We'll have to make sure we check in with you regularly. The artisans are pumped and ready to roll thanks to that themed dish.
And perfect timing, too. Let's take this chance to take the facilities of our eclectic escapades to the next level.
That unique aroma. I wonder how you'll inspire my cooking this time. All right then, I'll just go with the flow. It's about time for a fresh new flavor. That unique aroma. I'd say it's quite similar to working at the tavern in the Fleuve Cendre. There's something special about seeing diners' faces light up when they taste your food. You don't get that working in the closed-off kitchen in a grand hotel. If something like this comes up again, just call me. Don't worry, we know each other. No commission fee needed. I won't take a single more. There's something special about...
Now that everything's going smoothly, it's about time we upgraded our facilities.
We should be able to attract more customers by upgrading the stall, don't you think?
That's right. Based on my business experience with the Spina di Rosula, I've quantified the service value to help you intuitively understand how satisfied customers are with each stall. An attraction will reach its ideal revenue only when its service value meets customer expectations. As we improve and expand our facilities, expectations will also increase accordingly. When that happens, we can deploy more capable employees or invest funds in training to enhance our employees' skills. That should be everything. Looks like you've pretty much mastered how to run this park.
Huh? Have we really? Thinking about it, we have learned quite a lot, haven't we?
Oh, not at all. I wouldn't say I taught you much. Your intuition's been guiding the way mostly. I imagine long-term operations sounded like a scary prospect the first time I mentioned it, huh? But don't let that scare you. Just break things down into smaller steps and tackle them one at a time. Even if you're not a genius or naturally gifted, you'll get it done in the end.
Whoa, seeing your own progress has really got Paimon fired up! Actually, she's gonna jot your words of encouragement right down. From here on out, we'll be running the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland together. Let's make it a big success!
We've gone over budget in quite a few areas. But, whatever. The results are what counts.
You've got this park off to a great start, partner. The ball's really starting to roll, huh? I can't wait to see how it'll all turn out. How exciting! You've got this. I can't wait to see how it'll all turn out. How it.
gone over budget. we've gone over budget.
Really cute. It's a lot of rewards. A lot of rewards.
we've gone over budget.
That unique aroma. It's nothing.
There she is.
Whoa, is that our hero, the Traveler? And Paimon, too! Oh, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Mrs. Coiffier already told me you were the big boss here, but when I saw you just now, I forgot myself for a moment.
Technically speaking, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland doesn't even have a boss, does it? Isn't it the idea that everyone works together to... But wait a sec. Why are you here, Veressa?
Well, officially, I'm here to promote my brand. Not long ago, Mrs. Coiffier placed an order with me for her restaurant, as she often does. In her letter, she mentioned that showcasing my orchard's products at the festival would boost sales and help build my brand recognition. After talking it through with my parents, I decided to give it a shot. Now that I'm done with the restaurant's ingredient order, I plan to sell the rest of my fruit directly to guests to help quench their thirst, of course.
The thought of enjoying fresh fruit from Natland here in Fontaine does sound pretty appealing. But with this many customers, wouldn't it be exhausting to watch the stall all day?
Huh? Am I supposed to be watching the stall the whole time? There's an attraction over there called Movie Masterpieces, right? I heard some of the challenges are based on famous films. Some of those films have even been adapted into great comics. I'd love to go give it a try.
So, you're not doing any business at all?
Back in the Collective of Plenty, I'd just set up a sign with the fruit prices, place a weighing scale and a coin jar to one side, then let people pay on their own. When closing time came around, I'd wake up and check the accounts. Not a single Mora's ever
That's
gone
crazy.
To be fair, that does sound nice. People in the Collective of Plenty are a law-abiding bunch. No one would even think about taking something without paying. Makes sense that tending your stall wouldn't take too much effort. Fontainian customers are no doubt trustworthy too, but let's just say they're not used to self-service shopping. Plus, if you just leave the stall unattended as a Natlanese merchant, people here might think you're gone for good.
In that case, I'd better start acting the part. But I'll need to buy some things in the city before I officially open for business. I promised to bring back some Fontainian clockwork mecha for Kochi-san. Oh, and I also wanted to try a few rounds of movie masterpieces. After that, I should be able to focus on my business without getting distracted.
We might not be locals, but we've explored Fontaine quite a bit. We know our way around pretty well.
In that case, give me a moment to get some extra fruit, a price list, and my coin jar set up. I get to go shopping with the Traveler! Nice. Hello, boss. I'm from the Collective of Plenty. You might recall receiving a letter from us requesting you to design some components.
Wait a sec. Why does Ion-san need clockwork mecha?
Nothing like that. Our coach just wants to fine-tune her gym equipment so people can target different muscle groups more easily. She mentioned something about a rowing machine to focus on back muscles, as well as a pec deck and a leg press machine. The parts that connect the ropes and weight plates wear out easily, but they need to be strong. So Coach Ion-san thought she'd give Fontanian Clockwork Mecha a try.
It all sounds so technical. When did fitness turn into some kind of complex engineering problem?
To be honest, I don't really get all the details either. But if it works out, I'll be sure to train according to her revised method. And if it doesn't, we can always stick to the good old methods. If you're interested, I can show you a few beginner exercises the next time you drop by our tribe. You'll be able to smash the records without even breaking a sweat. I know it.
Paimon will pass on that.
You can always try the equipment we keep for little Saurians, Paimon. As long as you start out with the super light weights, you'll be fine. Weight training's for everyone, you know. As long as you put in the effort and keep it, anyone can develop rock-solid muscles.
No!
Alright, time to show off how fast I can run. I'm gonna go have a blast, then come back, calm down, and focus on running my fruit stall.
That's right. Last thing you'd want is to get too absorbed in having fun, then suddenly realize you're starving because you haven't eaten anything for a... Funnily enough, Paimon can think of someone else with a bad habit of getting so into things that they forget to eat. No matter how busy you are, nothing's more important than staying well-fed, hydrated, and healthy.
No need to worry about me, guys. I do a lot of long-distance running, so I always make sure to bring some food and water with me. This time is no exception.
Woohoo! That was incredible!
How was it? Did you get through all the levels?
It was amazing! Not only did I get a super high score, but I also checked up on every homage to the original films, and even recreated several iconic scenes starring comic book superheroes. I'll focus on doing business this time round, but if there's ever another event like this, Please let me know as early as possible. I want in.
Yep. You know what? We should let you design the levels.
That would be great. Anyway, back to business. Time to focus on my fruit stall. I'm gonna make a name for my orchard in Fontaine. Seeing how happy everyone is here, I can't help smiling myself. Would you like some fruit? Feel free to take some.
This is pretty fun though, I'm not gonna lie. Management. Oops. It's really fucking cool. Wow, this speed boost looks really fucking cool. And holy shit. I love this. I love this. The speed boost is fucking amazing. They like the manual speed boost. They didn't put that. They didn't make that an actual function. I don't have the dash, but the actual speed boost is so much better.
Paimon had no idea. Well, that's a side of Linny we've never seen before. Don't even think. Still, if you're interested. Great idea! If we can get Linny on board, the
兄ちゃん、ただいま。シュバルマラン AA ランド、面白かった。動物もたくさんいたわ。ホラー映画に没頭してないで、もっといろんなものを見てみましょう。
それならよかった。でも今の僕の最優先事項はコンディションを整えてマジックエイエイの撮影を無事終わらせることだ。動物アシスタントのことは一旦置いておくよ。もうちょっと寝かせて。ダメだ。目をつぶったらトリックのシーンが浮かんでくる。でも眠い。眠れないです。
そうだぞリネ。
待って。
2人は AA ランドの責任者だから、私もあるアトラクションの顧問になろうと思ってる。
それなら僕も行かないとね。2人の友達を応援するためにも。ちょっと待ってて。身だしなみを整えてくるから。
やっぱりお兄ちゃんにとって旅人の優先順位は最高レベル。お兄ちゃん、身支度にどれくらいかかるんだろう。いっそ会場で待ち合わせしない？
そうだな。リネが元気を出して AA ランドに来てくれるならオイラたちも来た甲斐があったぜ。
旅人、ここで遊んで。かわいいリネットも。
ぷくぷくジュフレミネもよくこの子たちと触れ合ってるし、ぴったりだ。リスはお利口さんでいい。
見たことのないキノコもいるみたいだな。
多分ダメだ。そいつらは特別な訓練を受けたキノコンなんだ。
わかった。
キノコンほど大きくてぷよぷよした猫。
のんびりしてる動物たちを見てるのは確かにいい気分転換だな。他のアトラクションも悪くない。
This is really cute.
みんなが楽しそうにしてるからいつの間にかつられて笑っちゃってた。果物はいかが？好きに選んでいいよ。人気上々。アトラクションも充実してきたね。賑やかな雰囲気最高よ。これからもこういうイベントをたくさん開催していきましょう。
noise.
Dia, Paimon didn't expect to see you here either. Guess that's not scenery most Fontanians see every day, huh? Wait, aren't fight scenes supposed to be as realistic as possible?
That's a very nice Indiana Jones reference.
You sure that's okay?
No, teach me.
Hey, Siegeween! Welcome to the Cheval Moran Film Oh, your encouragement leaves Paimon feeling even more motivated.
My neighbor Kokoro. That's so cute. Dom and Cherry. Oh.
But now they've got films to watch. We have our very own animal-themed area, by the way.
What?
Oh, you mean we could invite Siegeween to be a... Now that you mention it, that sounds like a great idea. Yeah, like someone who gives advice. The workload won't be too heavy, but it... With Siegeween on board, Mellow Manor's gonna be even better than before. のね。動物に関する本を2箱分も用意してきたのよ。これ体調どころか。
待ってください、看護師長。実は3日
Well,
分
love
の
her
食事を食
outfit.
べて永遠に出てくる不思議なマウスフードを再現した囚人がいて、ひどい食中毒なんです。誰も見たことのない。
永遠を真に受けちゃダメだってあんなに念を押したのに、ここまで追いかけてくるなんてよほど深刻なのね。ごめんなさい。うちの荷物を永遠ランドまで運んでおいてもらえないかしら。君たちが来る前にのんびりガーデンで起こりうる状況についてアドバイスを書いておいたの。のんびりガーデンのスタッフさんに渡しておいて。すぐ役に立つと思うから。看護師長って大変だな。病人の看病。あ、そうだ。やっと解決した。旅人パイモンちゃん、ごめんね。結構複雑な症状が出てたから治療に時間がかかっちゃったの。特製のお菓子もありがとう。実を言うとそんなに疲れてるわけじゃないのよ。子供向けの永遠には絶対にこの内容はフィクションです、真似しないでくださいって注意書きがあるのに、どうして大人たちは真似しちゃうのかしら。よく見てないか。するなと言われるとしたくなる。深掘りすると終わりそうにない話題ね。また今度機会があれば公爵やヌビレットさんと話して防ぐ方法がないか聞いてみるよ。今はのんびりガーデンの運営に集中しましょう。遅れちゃったけどカモンの出番ね。たくさん食べてお利口さんね。みんないい子だからやんちゃしないで。一緒。
Very cute.
お客さんが乗り物に乗ってる時の表情。これからの公演。
Wave rider. That's pretty sick, using the air drift to like run fast.
Yes.
That's so fucking sick. Oh, I've never noticed this till now. Nice turn on. At least what, 2 tables? Need 3 staff. I'm already acting the cannon? Okay. Where is she? That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Wait, hold on. Oh, he's still there. Might kill me. Metroculus. Two of them.
じゃあ行くよ。どよめく進学。
全力攻撃だ。せい、燃えろ。
料理の時間だ。ローズクラッカー。スピナディローズ、気をつけなさい。わお、ラッキー。はっ、よいしょ。
A pretty cool secret. Oh, it's gonna defend now? Maybe one more. Another one. Alright, guess that works.
さあ、口約束ですまないが、これを君に譲渡しよう。
Where am I going?
主なきそれを初めて見つけたのが君であれば、それは君のものだ。行こう。風の赴くままに。悪くない代物か。少なくとも開けた瞬間の期待感は心地よいものだと思う。
Oh, something hidden just right there in plain sight almost. It's kind of crazy. Wow, that was quite the adventure. Didn't expect to go and explore that. That's pretty cool.
来たか。サンライズ・イン・ザ・フォグを注文しておいたぞ。バブルオレンジのジュースがベースで、ロマリタイムフラワーとサウマラタハスのエキスパイモンには雲の上のソムノロンス。
どっちも多い。初めて来たのに詳しいんだな。飲み物の
ワット各地の酒場にはそれはそうと。でもあんたらと一緒にいるときはいつも予想外のことが。最近
どこから話せばいいんだ。
ほうあんたらの依頼はなあ、あんたも思考の領袖はたまにとんでもねえ依頼を受けることがあるんだ。
オイラたちもよ。
別にいいじゃねえか。あんたはモンドの栄誉騎士でもあるんだろ。それにあんたらほどの実力があればどんなに。
確かに。もしかしたらみんなの役に立ててモラがたくさん稼げる仕事がある。
よし、それじゃあみんなと話して詳しい担当エリアも決め。
私は自身の仕事の価値とフォンテーヌの人々がなすことの意義を認めている。
That water looks dangerous. Ooh. I heard of that. That's pretty creative. I like that. He hit me. Hit me in slow motion. That's very embarrassing. The fuck, that shit not hit me at all.
旅人パイ至高の領袖のみんなは列中砂原より西、先人の砂漠より北。最近はあんまりねえけど報酬もかなり美味しい。あんたにはちょうどいいんじゃないか。
あっという間に話をまとめる。新米の傭兵になったからには
他国あんたらがとにかく良さそうな仕事が。こうやってフォンテーヌの空気って乾燥してない？
Why, hello there,
There's my
traveler.
girl.
Paimon. I sensed your enthusiasm enthusiasm from a mile off. You were so bright. I could have taken you for an opera singer in full falsetto.
Farina, you're finally here!
Thank you. I am just as thrilled to be here as you are to have me. More seriously, I'm not the star this time. That's you two, alongside all the creators sharing their passion for film with the world. Honestly, when I was first asked to approve the plans, I thought this would just be a small event. I never imagined that the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland would expand to this scale so quickly.
Yeah, thinking back to when we first arrived, it really has all come together in no time.
At this rate, who knows? Someday it could become as iconic as the Fontanalia Film Festival itself. And we have the two of you to credit for much of that. I've suggested to several renowned directors that we award you the title Pioneers of the Film Industry. In contrast to the Farina Award, which is more of a public honor, this title is a mark of true recognition from within the industry itself, a reflection of both outstanding achievement and hard work.
Wow, even you're getting serious now.
Come now, no need for any of that. Just relax and enjoy the moment. Speaking of which, I've actually been preparing a little survey. How about we randomly select some visitors to give us feedback about the park?
Did Paimon hear that right? Farina carrying out a customer satisfaction survey?
Well, given that it bears the name of my dear friend Surintendant Cheval Moran, isn't it only natural that I
So
conduct
cute.
a bit of research on her behalf? Besides, the more famous a star becomes, the more important it is to stay in touch with reality, no? Plus, it's amazing how much you learn just by listening to other people's take on films.
Paimon always assumed celebrities just get their assistants to handle everything for them. But it sounds like it's actually pretty hard work. Then again, maybe Farina's just an outlier.
Our popularity is steadily rising, and our attractions just keep getting better. I love the whole feel of the place. It's so fun. We should host more events like this in the future.
I love this. Just boosting your own pace is amazing. Missed. Was a little bit too much there.
take a stroll nearby and randomly pick out some visitors to ask a few key questions.
These suggestions are surprisingly detailed. Choosing film prototypes, recreating the scene cutting process, budget management for costumes, makeup, and set design? Oh, Paimon's head is spinning. Why is everyone so professional? Also, nearly every single person we spoke to said they wanted to see Lady Farina perform. Your popularity is off the charts!
To tell you the truth, I've no plans to perform this time around. Any star worth their salt knows their role. When I take center stage, all the spotlights are on me, and rightly so. But as a guest, I should step back and let others shine. So instead of performing myself, I'd prefer to support you from behind the scenes. Perhaps as a consultant for one of your attractions, for instance?
Hey, that's right! Movie masterpieces is all about film expertise. There really would be no better candidate than you!
So, instead of performing myself, I'd prefer to support you from behind the scenes. Perhaps as a consultant for one of your attractions, for instance? Oh, wonderful! Then I shall give this role my very heart and soul. Once I've had a moment to prepare, we can meet up for a slice of gâteau from my pâtissière suprême before we get started.
He's so cute. Holy shit, that's her. It's finished. Final bit. It's a long event, but it's pretty fun managing everything. Oh, what the fuck am I looking at? I heard. That was pretty quick. Thank goodness.
Simply exquisite. As amazing as ever. Escoffier, have you ever considered starring in your own film? I can see it now. Val's en cuisine. A riveting tale about the art of extreme cooking. I'm sure it would be a hit.
As it happens, I'm already doing something similar. A brand consultant has been filming my training sessions with students and incorporating them into films about Fontanian cuisine.
Oh, no. No. A documentary won't do. I'm talking about something with a bit more drama. Your experiences as a chef could be turned into a scintillating story. In fact, I'll even write it myself.
Before you finalize it, please let me review the culinary terms, especially when it comes to how ingredients are handled, the timings and the quantities.
Great! It's settled then.
It's nice hearing my girl again. I love her.
And actually, I think I'd like to bring in the Traveler and Paimon as directors. Something tells me that the three of you working together would really get the creative sparks flying. We could create something truly magical here.
No problem. That said, now that we've been granted Director Farina's approval, we'll really have to step up our game.
They're really cute. What the hell? I do love that they're putting unique animations. That's good.
Excellent. I believe in you both. The gâteau was sublime as ever, Escoffier. Now, about time we got to work. I'll start drafting the script on the side, while serving as the consultant for movie masterpieces. Wish me luck! Truly great adaptation must capture a film's core themes and seek to convey the inspiration that lies behind them. The three attractions are certainly all up to par, and I trust that you'll be able to make them better still. To enhance our film's aesthetic, I'd recommend a few classics for you to familiarize yourself with. Or If you have the time, maybe we could watch them together?
Ooh, cute. She's asking me out. How adorable. I love that. Okay, more now. Wow. Crazy how big is this now? I'm gonna miss this. We're about done here.
Let my name echo in song.
I pressed triangle a little bit too hard there, or rather, Y. The fuck? Everything.
Our most recent financial report is looking great. This park struck a chord with film buffs all over. Maybe you could be our spokesperson next time we hold a similar event?
Oh.
We've gone over budget.
Busted.
This isn't good. Time to go.
Things are about to get dicey. Wind, hear me. Gotcha. Barbados, guide us. Here comes the catch.
Higher, higher, pants on fire.
A lot, but only about 5 pulls. But we should get it out. Yep, got the weapon. It is very beautiful.
Off to the freezer. A little amuse-bouche. A dash of frosting. No rest and inspire bon appetit. Goose on the loose. The pinnacle of excellence. A burst of flavor.
See, it won't be crazy. It'd be like absurd. That's fun. I have a weapon. I have a weapon. Should not bet on that. If I do win it, I'll use that to get Skirk. Then not bet that. Navia, her weapon. Ascafi and her weapon. That's crazy.
By ordinance divine, mana, let my name echo in song. The pinnacle of excellence. Off to the breeze. My apologies. Yeah. Kamisatot. Submit. Obey. In your dreams. Strike a pose. All the taste.
That should hurt. That should really fucking hurt. Oh, I ran out of stamina.
Bro! Are you mimicking me? Now's not the time. Come on.
No, I mean, one of our buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
Huh? How could... Ah, I'm guessing Kanich is here because of that international smuggling case, right?
Word sure gets around quick. Oh, stop it.
Wasn't expecting to see the
Come on.
Huh?
A traveler, by definition.
Fair. Anyway, back on topic. Wait a
Why you're all here, of course.
For vegetables.
Fork-a-cuckoo. Huh?
I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine Film Fantasy.
It's Cheval Moran.
I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine Film. Right. Guess I owe Cheval Moran an apology. Even if. Anyway, long story short, the festival restaurant urgently needed fresh vegetables from Natland.
So, you got...
He is. I'm just here as a responsible adult. It's his first time traveling so far away from home, and all the elders in his tribe were worried. So they had me come along.
Even though it's your first time too.
Right. But they still picked me to accompany you. You gotta wonder why that might be.
Don't you get it? They all just saw how overworked you were, so they used it as an excuse to send you off on a vacation.
Wait, what? So I'm getting the grandson treatment now too? See? Doesn't matter how much older you are than this dude. Hang out with him long enough, and you'll eventually find yourself being treated like a kid.
Meaning everyone looks after you. What's so bad about that?
In theory, nothing at all. In that case, guess I better start over. Hi guys, my name's Aoife, And I just turned 5.
Paimon, so what about Kakuku? If he was here, we'd be making more of a ruckus than...
That's exactly what's got me worried.
Aoife, there's nothing to worry about. You're a big boy. You can handle yourself now even without Kakuku.
You think that's what I'm worried about? Anyway, my priority right now is Kakuku. Suffice it to say, Kakuku's in big doo-doo.
How so? He's so small, and all he knows are a few harmless phrases. What kind of trouble could he even get himself into?
Let me guess. Did he?
Bro, you too?
Not me. How?
Oh, that pesky little... So that's why he hasn't interrupted us this whole time. Guess he's too scared.
That, plus he's already spouted enough nonsense for one...
Nice one. If I was even half as decisive as you are, I would have kept a closer hold on Kakuku, so...
Oh no, bro. Or rather... Did Kakuku get caught by the guards for flying around?
If they had managed that, we'd at least be able to track him down. But when the guards started chasing him, Kakuku flew into that building next door. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a high-stakes pursuit going down.
Which building? That one?
Yup, that's the one. Kakuku sure has a good eye for a getaway. It's the tallest building around. I may be able to fly up pretty high, but checking every last window would still take quite a while. As for Aoife, well, let's just say he's not flying anywhere without a Saurian. Sorry about that.
Not like it's my fault, though. You don't have to apologize.
Wait a sec. What's this got to do with how high you can fly? Kakuku's got himself into a real mess here. Like a panicked animal running straight into a trap. It's pretty worrying. I'm starting to picture him flapping through a barrage of gunfire while important documents are flying about left, right, and center.
Heck yeah! If anyone can pull it off, it's Kakuku.
For real now?
Of course I'm for real. I'd never make light of something like that.
All right. Everyone's an awesome Saurus. Well, the human version. But our priority right now should be to go in there and check up on Kakuku.
Leave it to us.
You sure?
And if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I give you...
Wait.
Well, then it's your call.
All right then. If Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I also give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
There you go. If he objects to that, tell him to come find us.
He won't. Trust me.
Back when we first met Kakuku in the wild and I begged you to take him under your wing, I never imagined you'd end up spoiling him rotten.
And I never imagined you'd be nagging me about it.
Oh, well, I definitely saw that coming.
Huh?
You're only 5 years old after all.
Whirling's very sassy right now.
Nothing new there. What's all that commotion? Are they arguing in there?
No way, bro!
Did he say he came from Natlan? No.
Get out of here!
I can understand his words, just not what they mean.
What the?
Oh no! Bro!
He keeps repeating the same things over and over again. Oh, you know one another.
He's a friend! Yeah! A Saurian friend of a human friend!
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like we've tracked down the owner. Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Neuvillette.
For real?
Traveler, was there something important you wanted to discuss with the Udex? I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to step out?
Stay and hear them out first. Perhaps it will have some bearing on your own work. If I'm not mistaken, You are the same Mr. Kanich who served as a witness in the smuggling trial? I take it there's been a further development in the case.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
So you've met Nervalette before? But wasn't the trial overseen by another judge?
I've seen his photo in the papers. But as for this other gentleman...
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Wriothesley, administrator of the Fortress of Meripede. Or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden. Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from him.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you!
Wow, that sounded just like me. But should we really discuss official business in front of the Saurian?
Oh, wow! Oh, no!
I believe he said... Or rather, I suppose he meant that he'll keep this to himself. Though I should mention, Mr. Kukuku, that we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Sure thing, bro!
Let us return to the matter at hand. Mr. Kanich, was there something else you wanted to discuss relating to the case?
Yes. Let me fill you in.
Wow! It really is exactly like Lapine Pauline's sketch! That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, then there's a high chance we overlooked a suspect.
That's exactly my line of thought.
I see. Mr. Kanich, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to investigate right away. We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody. Wriothesley.
I'll sign off on the interrogation request. Don't you worry.
That would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this guns lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words, the news hasn't leaked.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation or you need my...
Yep, we were just about to go help out with Lapine Pauline's convention.
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is to...
You miss me, bro?
He really does come out with the most unexpected things. Who did he learn it all from? Huh. Well, it's pretty extraordinary.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kukuku qualifies as a flying object. And, following on from our conversation just now, he also needs to sign a confidentiality agreement. Drafting said agreement may take some time.
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kukuku. Excited?
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
All right then, we'd better get going.
I know you mentioned a while back that people from Nadland would soon start showing up all over the world. But I hadn't expected anything like this.
It seems no matter where they come from, all dragons are inquisitive by nature.
You can say that again, bro!
The same might well be said for humankind. The real reason you chose to stay to investigate this case was your curiosity about Natlan and Mr. Kukuku, was it not?
Guilty as charged. Nothing gets past you. So, how about we take this opportunity to chat a little more? We've got the world's best translator on hand after...
Sure thing, bro!
I know you mentioned
It seems no matter...
You can say that!
The same might well... The real reason...
So,
Like fidget toy
how
almost,
about we take
opening
this
it
opportunity
over and
to
over.
chat a little...
Sure thing! We found Kukuku!
What's the situation? How bad is it? Oh no. When I saw that Kakuku wasn't with you, I'd
Oh my
already
god,
prepared
Aoife's
myself
heart.
for the...
Relax, Aoife. Maybe Kakuku just prefers high-rise living now. Sometimes you just have to let the kids...
Bro, you're kind of pissing me off.
Real now?
It's not that bad. Kakuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
See?
You're not exactly reassuring me here.
As for the bad news, well, it's really not that bad. Kakuku accidentally overheard some top secret stuff, so he has to stay at the Palais Marmonia for a while to sign a confidentiality agreement. But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kakuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
All right. That doesn't sound too bad after
Poor
all.
Aoife, I was like, that's your best
Wow,
bud.
hearing that's put my mind to rest.
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by the time Kakuku actually gets out.
What a shame. Oh well.
You don't look disappointed in the slightest.
Anyway, Auroron and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
Yay! Problem solved! Alright, let's catch up another day.
Alright, that's Act 1. Teleport? That's a bit annoying. No immediate teleport. They're like, why no immediate teleport? It's so awkward.